Hello and good morning and happy new year. Today I am going to turn the pages on the first 7 daily spreads of my journal for Junk Journal January. So this is it. I made this cover and I've got a video showing how I did that, and I've just been filling each of the pages using the prompts from Junk Journal January, which is a collaboration over on Instagram. So I just wanted to today do something a little bit different, not so much a technical how-to video, but something that allows us to sit together at my craft desk and me just share how I felt and what I did and why I created the pages as I have done. So I would like to feel a bit more connected in 2022, and this is my way of having a go at it. So let me know in the comments down below if this format works for you and if you'd like to have a bit more of an up close and personal introduction. I feel it's more real, and that's what I really want. I will still plan, structure, I will edit my videos, so hopefully the rest of it is as much fun as they have been. I do my best. I hope that works for you. So let's get on and take a look at how I used these prompts to fill the pages, and then hopefully you'll be more inspired and just continue to have so much fun at your craft desk too. The junk journal that I've used for Junk Journal January is a handmade one with 13 pieces of paper in it. So as I said, the cover is one that I made with just an image from an art book matted onto a lovely piece of book page, and I've collaged underneath and added a sentiment. I'll leave a link to the video where I make this in the description box down below. On the inside we have enough pages for Junk Journal January, and by enough I mean, despite the fact that it will probably end up a bit like this was Junk Journal July, it will get stuffed with lots of papery goodness, and I just really like that. There's something deeply satisfying when I turn the pages on something so chubby as this. What do we think? Yep, I like it. But the starter point for the journal that I'm sharing today is, this is another one that I made, just a piece of craft cardstock, or you could use maybe thick paper from a book. I folded it in half and I added 13 sheets of book page in varying forms. I add them with a figure of 8, just using string, and with the 13 sheets folded in half in some way, using some sort of cunning folds where necessary to keep the images as best possible, I end up with 26 sheets or pages, and each has 2 sides of 52, and that tends to give me enough space to play for a monthly challenge like Junk Journal January, which has a prompt per day. So kicking off with the interior here, which I used for day 1, I've merely put the prompts down and backed them onto a selection of music paper. I've got more washi tape here in a beautiful fawn, again with that vintage theme. I've got bits of washi, I've got Amazon packing paper that's splattered, and a little bit of green over here. So it's a fawn vintage with a little bit of botanical, and obviously all of the quotes here so that I can very quickly and easily reference those as I fill the pages. The first really, dare I say, bounteous page is this one on the right, so day 2, and the prompt is little moments. So I picked something which made me really happy, which is how I interpreted the prompt, and I picked a collage strip that I made a while ago, which is on this occasion some ribbon, some floral ribbon that I wanted to have a go at using, and I've added lots of bits of scrap, little bits of images, letters, labels. I've got a circle here for interest, which is emulated down here with a smaller one, and the main focal point is this beautiful butterfly, which I believe is a Tracy Fox one. I've layered in little clusters, and there's still space to put things behind, and I've echoed the green from the book page behind in the paint that I added to the circle down here. We've got a mushroom because it's gorgeous, we've got some text, and we've got some washi tape. So this is day 2, a happy little page, I think, with the prompt little moments.
turning the page to day 3, the prompt is torn edges. And I had to have a think about this. What did that mean and how could I represent that in a journal page? So I took a lot of pieces of scrap, and I have rather too many in a box underneath my desk. I pulled them out and stuck them on vertically with overlap so that we get the texture as you run your little finger across, but there's a little bit of order because they're glued in this direction. I also added a piece of fabric and a bit of washi down here, and also just a little bit of black paper over here that I've splattered with gold paint. This is an old diary, and this is a stunning focal point that I've wanted to use for some time. I love the colours in it, the aquas and the gold, and I thought I would bring that through on the fold out by adding some paint in colours that I think match, and then a little piece of gold enhanced vintage ephemera. So I think this is from Barbara 49 Dragonflies At My Desk collection. I think that's what it's called. I did a collaboration with Barbara not that long ago, and I think it was from that. So this has got a tactile element, a little bit of fun, a really dominant focal point, and I really enjoyed this page, day 3, torn edges. The prompt for day 4 was a little bit of a challenge because I have included in this junk journal a gorgeous sheet of vintage music paper, and I just couldn't bring myself to cover it up, and neither did I want to cover it all with paint. So I have added, with a prompt, stickers, a few stickers down here in a cluster and some at the top left, and I've added something of interest over the top, which is a collage card that I made about a year ago. So this is an index card with lots of lovely collage on top, and I have added some green thread, some quite bold green thread on it, which helps keep the collage in place. I've got some fabric on top, I've got some spotty paper, and this is attached with a piece of washi from the inside. So there's no disturbance of the nice clean line on the edge of the collage card. It folds out, and I painted the inside in a lovely collection of colours, trying to pick out, I hope you can see, the greens, the yellows, the dark blues, the bluey greens here, and even a bit of white space, so that there's a degree of continuity across this page, and hopefully it coordinates a bit. So I've got these colours here, and I've got the colours from the wings here. So this folds out like that, and this is day 4 stickers. So the prompt for day 5 is fabric, which again was a bit of a challenge. I don't have a lot of fabric in my collection, so I needed to be just a bit creative. I started actually with this cluster on the right, and actually I hope you can see there is fabric in the cluster. So I've got a handmade flower with a sequin in the middle and a whole collection of patterns, which nevertheless I think go together in these, again, beautiful fawns. I've got some gold here that's textured and just a little bit of an insect, and another piece of ephemera with some beautiful copper and gold acrylic paint that I've smudged across. That tucks in there. But carrying on the theme of fabric, on the left here I thought I'd have something tactile. So I've got a flip up which has been covered with Artymaze William Morris paper, so I felt that that was faux fabric. In fact, I used this to make some faux fabric envelope folders or journal folders, and I've included a little bit of something to maybe look like a large button, but it's actually a digital of a little doily, and that is the back of an envelope. So let's just bring that in. So this is an envelope that I have added some texture to. So I've got the story following on of fabric, so mannequin fabric here, and just a little bit of ephemera inside. So this has got obviously it's just an image, a bit of ribbon, and on the back I just added the prompt day 5 fabric with some beautiful gold washi that I'd ripped to add some texture. Down here I added it's actually a copy of a flower that I painted some time ago. So I did some flowers, I think around February time, maybe a couple of years ago, using some acrylic paints, I think. And I cut one out, and I felt that they went with these flowers here in the William Morris paper, and I've added some more fabric here in the form of a little tie of something very delicate around the stem of the flower. So I guess I've got fabric in a number of places, and I've got something tactile going on, which is what I want, what I really like when I create my journal pages. Day 6 and day 7, 2 happy pages. In fact, this right hand side is day 6 and the left is day 7. It's just the way it turned out. The prompt for day 6 is inspiration. And one of the techniques that I really, really enjoy is making tessellated book pages, because it creates a base of something that we can decorate and then use for journal cards, for if you wanted to make a belly band, whatever you wanted to do. I've made them with birds on the front, and they just really, really worked incredibly well. So I thought I would start with a piece of tessellated book page, and this is just one that I have in fact put some green foliage on. I really enjoy green. That gives me inspiration too. So I tucked that into a pocket here, which was made when I put the journal page together. In fact, I'm thinking of putting a video together where I show how to do some of my folding pages, because it means when you start filling your junk journal, you've already got something interesting happening. So if you'd be interested in seeing how I make maybe 5 or so different folds in my journal pages, drop me a comment down below and I'll put that together. I just added a few other items in the pocket. I covered it with a bit of black because it felt dramatic, and it goes with the black ink that I like using. I've got another circle here, and then I added a journal card and a lady here, beautiful lady in pink, more lovely colours and inspiration. I love butterflies, as you can tell from the earlier page. So I picked one of my journaling cards that's got a butterfly image on it, and this is one where again I've used the tessellated book pages. I've sewn around it. I've got texture at the top in the tag, tiny bits of washi, and more on the back. So the inspiration knows no bounds. Some gorgeous papers here with script on, a pocket with a torn edge, which I really like, and I just made a little card there with some, this is a snippet, some punched out papers made with painty paper, all in a lovely colour of green. So I feel inspired when I look at things like this, so that's how I interpreted that page. And day number 7, this is paper that I used when I made my envelope folder that used some junk mail, which I have to say it's one of my favourite projects. The feeling of using up junk mail and combining it with Amazon packaging paper and then a few little bits of collage, and voila, you have an envelope folder. That made me happy. That gave me positive vibes, which is the prompt for day 7. So I merely combined those beautiful patterns and colours with another insect, which also makes me happy. And this one is, I don't know, this one might be a dragonfly. I've got a little bit of butterfly here, I've got a label, a letter, lots of lovely scrappy bits behind. So these are the first 7 pages in my Junk Journal January journal. It's no doubt going to get very, very fat. If you'd like to see more as a fillet, let me know, and I hope to see you soon.